We'll just wait for 1 more minute for everyone to join. And in today's session, we'll be discussing of the feature from insert menu in Microsoft Word. Sorry, in PowerPoint. Hello, everyone. So welcome back in this session of Microsoft Office, where in the last session we were discussing about some of the feature from insert menu. So see, we have already discussed about images, how to insert table, new slide, and how to insert shape, 3D icons, smart art, and chart. So today we are going to quickly revise about the shapes, icons, 3D models, smart art, and chart. So what exactly are these five? So first of all, you need to understand that these are the things which we insert in a slide just to give a pictorial presentation to a slide. Whenever we are going with the presentation, whenever we are presenting anything, at times written language, it may not give us the entire view about how the things are going to happen, how it is going to look like. Let's say we're talking about a graph and we are saying that it's going up. So when you will see the figures, maybe it becomes difficult for you to find out which year it was going up and which year. Maybe let's say for 2 consecutive years it was rising, and for third year it just fell a bit, and from fourth year again started rising. So you won't be able to find out that in third year the graph was coming down. So to make those things simpler for you and to make other people understand what exactly you are showing, we go with the pictorial presentation. Now, in pictorial presentation, we basically have these five things. Now, when we talk about pictures, online picture, screenshot, photo album, these are also the pictorial presentation. But illustration means those things which we were talking earlier, those are the something which are going to insert the images in the document. But now what we're going to discuss is illustrations. Illustrations basically means few things like smart art, pictorial presentation by using graphs, inserting any shape if you want to write something specific. So that's all we're going to use through illustration. Basically, what these things are, why we use it. We use these things just to make our presentation effective. We want that as soon as the other person sees a presentation, they understand, they get to know what exactly we are talking about, what exactly we are showing to them. So for that purpose, we ask them to use these pictorial presentations. So the first thing in illustration comes is shapes. Now, if you're going to click on shapes, you will see there are so many different types of shapes which are available. And this, whatever shape you select, you can definitely write in those shapes. For this, first what we are going to select the new slide, that is the blank slide. We want to work on the blank slide because we're not giving any kind of title, subtitle, we're not writing any kind of description over there. So when we're not writing anything, and we're not giving any kind of subtitles, titles to those things, so what we do, we just go with with inserting a new plain slide. Now, when we are talking about inserting a new plain slide, there are so many shapes. Now, shapes again are divided into different categories. They've made it categorized so that, let's say a person wants you to insert the basic shapes. Now, basic shapes mean the square, rectangle, triangle, half semicircle, octagon, pentagon, cylindrical shape, moon shape, clouds, hearts. These are the shapes. So it says arrow. Let's say we want to insert any kind of arrow. Then you have the category block arrows. So you can see those all different types of arrows which are available in the PowerPoint and the block arrow. Then you have equation shapes. Equation means if you're making an equation. So when you're going with equation, what all things you require? You require adding, subtraction, multiplication, equals to, not equals to, division. All these symbols you require. So these symbols you will find in the equation. Next is the flow chart. If you're making a flow chart, you need different types of blocks, different types of shapes so that you can see, show the flow of the chart, flow of the things. You have flow chart options. Then you have stars and banners. You have different types of stars. You have different types of banners, call outs, action buttons. So these action buttons are, let's say, you want to click on to the next slide. And for that, what you want, if you're directly simply clicking on this slide, that will also take you to the new next slide. But what you want that action button to be placed. You want on, let's say, on the top on the bottom right corner, you want that action button to come there, and instead of clicking anywhere over the document, you want just that I just press on that button and this next slide comes. For that, you can use action button also. And let's see, anyone who can tell me how do we insert the shapes? So for inserting the shape, the first thing you need to do is you just have to select the shapes. Let's say I want to, like, I just want this box. Now for that box, see, as soon as you are going to select the shape, you're going to get the signal, a standing line, and at the bottom, a very small sweeping line. So you can say it's the reverse of the Jesus sign, where we see a standing line and a small sweeping line on the top. By dividing the entire life maybe into one by four. Same way here, you are going to see the reverse of that thing. You'll see a standing line, but the sleeping line will be at the bottom. Now let's say I want to insert the diagram over here. Here I want to insert the diagram. So for that, I'll just click it, drag it. I want the size to be this much long and drop it. The box is ready. Now let's say the box is looking pretty small. I want it to be of big size. So now here, can you see these dots? These dots means you can drag and drop by and increase the size. Now, if you are dragging these four corner dots, that means the entire box size will increase. See, you can increase the width as well as the breadth, length and width, both the things you can increase. But let's say you only want to increase this thing, so you'll have to click it here. If you want to increase the height, you have to click here. This can also be done by using this thing, by just dragging it down. So this is my box created. Now, if I want to write anything in the box, I have that option. Now, as soon as you insert the title in the box, as soon as you start writing in the box, the size is automatically, the height of the box will automatically get reduced, and as and when you will click on the next line, new line, you will be inserting a new line, you'll see that the box is started increasing. See, box size has started increasing. Now let's say the lines are till here and you want to decrease the breadth. Now if you're decreasing it more, see, the words are going down, it's stretching below. So that is how it just tends to fit the content in this box. Same way, you can insert any other thing. Let's say I want to insert this arrow. See, now when I'm creating the arrow, this is the arrow I've created. But see, I have these yellow dots. This means, what do I want? I want to increase the breadth. I want to make it small, this turn of the arrow. This means, what space do you want between this and this? So let's say I want the space to be a little less. Okay. Increase, yeah. Because slowly it's getting increased. Now this is for this, what exactly I want. I want it short, I want it long, like this. All these features you can use. These yellow dots means to adjust the things which are there inside the box once you have drawn. Now here, if you want to increase and decrease the size, you can have the same option of increasing and decreasing the size like this. This is how increase and decrease is. The same way you can use this. If you want to rotate, let's say you want to rotate this arrow. For rotating the arrow, can you see this rotate option? If you're going to press this rotate option, see the arrow is getting rotated. I can move it in any way wherever I want, and I can stop it. Let's say I want it this way. So I can just stop right there. I'll just drop it. I'll leave the mouse and it will be fixed this way. Same way you can use. Now as soon as you have inserted a shape in this, you'll see these new options. You'll be directed to a new option, that is, you'll be directed to a new screen. Now new option, that is the design tool, or the design tool is the format. Now here in format, what you can do, you can change the shape. Along with that, you can change the color, the shape color. I want it yellow. It happens to be yellow. Now here, let's say you do not have the color options available over here. You can select it from shape fill. Shape fill means what color you want to fill in this specific shape. So you just need to select that color. Let's say red. I'll select it. Now, do you want to give any kind of outline to this arrow? So yes, I want to give it an outline. So for outline, let's select yellow color. So this is the yellow color. Do you want to give any effect? So you want it to be of shadows. If you click on shadow, you'll see the shadow effect. So this is how we are supposed to adjust the box. Just 1 minute, students. So this is how you can fill in the shape. Now we have the word art. Word art means filling the text, same as. So now if I select this thing, text fill, then let's go to this yellow color, selecting the text. So it is not yellow, I already said. Can you see the effect of blue color? Text outline. Now here we do not have the text. Let's say this is the text. Now when we are going to this text, we select this text, we do this, see this text style, the word, whatever you have written, it is going to change. Now when you are changing the words, you have this option that is text fill. Text fill, if you are going to select on black, that's text outline. What text outline you want? Let's say you want the outline to be of yellow color. Text effect, if you want, you can go for the text effect. So can you see the small black line inside? Because that black line is there because you have filled the text which you have written. Inside that you have selected the yellow color. So that is how the text will become yellow. So same way you can use it. This format option will automatically come as soon as you're going to insert anything from illustrations. Icon, 3D model, smart art chart, whatever you are inserting, you will get this format and design option. One is you'll get basically drawing tools. So drawing tools will have either only the format option, or it will be the combination of format and the design option. This is the first thing, that how to insert the shape. Now let's insert the new slide. So in this slide, what are icons? Icons are few things which are already been there, which are already there in Microsoft PowerPoint. So basically, these are the pictorial presentation of the word. Let's say you're writing a number. For number, you don't want to write phone, or you don't want to write mobile, you don't want to write any of this word like this, so you can use these icons. Can you see this? So if you are going to insert this icon, now here you can adjust this icon anywhere, and after this icon you can write down your number over here. That means this is my phone number. Let's say you want to write, okay, pictorial presentation, the icons which are used outside the restroom, the icon of a boy, the icon of the girl. So what are they? They are the icons which they are using to share that this restroom is for the boys and this restroom is for the girl. At times you also see the icon of a wheelchair. So what is that? That shows that, okay, if anyone is handicapped, then they can use this specific room. You see the icon of a small baby, so this is the baby sitting room. So that is how you can insert when you are presenting yourself, when you're writing down something, when you are preparing your presentation. Same way, you can use these different types of icons to highlight your things without using the word specifically. So these are the icons. So there are a lot of different types of icons, and icons are again divided into categories like accessibility, analytics. So these are the analytics. Animals, the icon of animals. Apparel, arrows, art, body parts, bugs, buildings, business, celebration, commerce, communication, dinosaur, education, faces, food and drinks, holidays. These are the icons of holidays. I'm on a holiday. I'm enjoying these bells, rainbows, food. So these are the icons of holidays. Home, sweet home. So what all things are there at home? These icons are there in the home. Same way you have magical, nature and outdoor, occupation, people, process, puzzle, security and justice, science, symbols, sports, technology and communication, electronics, tools and buildings, vehicles, and weather and season. So these are the headings under which these icons will be there. Now here, if you're going to see on the right side, you again have the scroll. So here, if you do not know that in which category or particular stuff belongs, you can just scroll down and you can check for those specific icons which you are looking for. So let's say you were not aware that where you are going to find boy and a girl pic. So you can just scroll down and you can see, okay, and the people, you have those options like this, parent taking care of the baby, or a teacher, or it's like a person speaking, presenting something, aged man running, walking, crawling. So all these things, you can see all these pictures under people. So you just need to scroll down, and you'll scroll down, you'll see the icons in front of you, and you can select any one icon which you want to insert in your PowerPoint presentation. Now, I want you to quickly go through all the content, whatever I have told you. Just check that thing. We'll start the session in next 2 minutes. We'll just wait for we'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes for you to explore all the options there in shapes and icons, and ask you and clarify your doubts right now. If you have any kind of doubt related to both the things or any, I can just ask so that we can move, proceed further to the third thing, that is 3D models. Okay, everything is clear. Okay, now what is 3D model? As the word says 3D, so we all are familiar with the term 3D. 3D means something like moving, something which feels like something is really in front of us. So that is the 3D model. Now here we also have few of the 3D model options available here. So you can either select from a file if you have anything saved on your computer or on your laptop, you can select it from there, or else if you do not have anything saved out there, you have this option of from online sources. Now from online sources means for this you need an active internet connection. If you have an active internet connection and if you go for online, you'll see emojis, chemistry, anatomy, clothing, furniture, industrial, avatars, dinosaur, animals, streakers, toys, tools, celebration, electronics, gadgets, Microsoft products, space, biology, geology, math, symbols, 3D shapes, 3D icons, letters, al alphanumeric blocks, diagrams. So these are so many things. Let's say I want to insert an alphabet in 3D. Now see, when I'm going to click on alphabets, I'll see these alphabets which are there. Let's say I want alphabet A. I'll click on A, I'll click on insert, and this alphabet will be shown here. Now it doesn't look like 3D. Let's see. I can make it look like 3D. I can make it stand like this. So isn't it looking that yes, this thing is standing in the air? So I can, with this center around where you can see two arrows, so you can make it move in any way wherever you want it to move. Let's say you want it to sleep. You can make it sleep even. So with the use of this arrow, you can make it rotate, and that is why we are saying it as 3D model. So again, see, we have few 3D views which you can see from here also. And if you wish that I like this 3D view, you can select it from this 3D view also. So as soon as you're going to insert the 3D view, you will again get the format option for 3D model. This option is basically for the 3D model. Just give me just 1 minute, please. Yeah, sorry to keep you on hold. Yes. So we were discussing about these options. Now, as soon as you are going to insert a 3D module, model, with 3D model, you'll get these. If you want to adjust the 3D model, let's say you want to reset the 3D model, you'll have this option: reset 3D model, reset the model size, and see, this is what it has come to the actual chip. Now I'm just resetting it. Let's say I want it to be not like this, but yeah, like this. So this have done 3D models. You want to replace this 3D model. You want to insert a new 3D model. You have this option from where you can select the new 3D model. If you do not want to rotate it, you will have this option of 3D model view. If you're going to click on this drop down arrow, you'll see the different views. As soon as you're going to click on that specific view, you will see the changes in the document. And let's say if you feel that no, this is the perfect 3D model which I'm looking for, just click on this and this 3D model will be inserted over here. Now you have this bring forward. Let's say you have written some article, some document, and on that document you have inserted the 3D model. So if you want to insert the 3D model on the front, or if you want to bring it, send it to the backward, you can use either of these two options, that is bring it forward or send it backward. And if you want to adjust the height and width, for height and width, you can enter it manually over here, or you can just increase or decrease the size by dragging these dots which you see on the box. So this is about the third option, that is the 3D model. Then is the smart art. Smart art basically means you want to show a process, you want to show the hierarchy, you want to show the life cycle chart, life cycle, you want to show a pyramid, you want to show the matrix. So for all these things, we have this option of choosing a smart art graphic. So when I'm talking about smart art graphic means you have all these different options. If you select on all, and if you just click on this drop down arrow, you'll see all the list over here. But in case you know that which specific smart art I want to use, let's say I want to use a smart art for hierarchy. So you know in hierarchy how smart arts are going to be. So you can directly go and click on hierarchy, and only those options, those smart art which specifically belong to hierarchy will be shown. Now here, from here, the next step is you can simply go and click on any of the specific smart art option which you want to insert in your document. Let's say you want to insert this hierarchy in your document. Click on OK, and this will be inserted in your document. Now here, when you're clicking over here, you simply write what you want to write here, and this is how the hierarchy will continue. You just need to add the text over there, and that is how the hierarchy, that is how the things work. Any doubts? Yes, it is clear. Same way, if you want any other row, you can insert. Now, as I told you, that as soon as we are inserting something from the illustration, we're usually getting the format option. But when you're inserting the hierarchy, when you're inserting the smart art from the illustration option in PowerPoint, you'll be getting two options. That is smart art tools. Those are known as smart art tools. You know, for any specific thing, if we are getting a specific option, that means those are basically the smart art tools which we are getting. So when we are talking about smart art tools, we're getting two options. One is the design and one is the format. Now, if you want to design it in any different way, so you can see under design option, you have so many different options. My like see things that the hierarchy which you are seeing is getting changed. Same way, if you go to format, you have another options of formatting the things, formatting text. Let's say you have written any kind of text, or you want to fill in the shape. So shape fill, I want the shape fill to be a red color. So see, the shape fill got red. I want the shape fill here as yellow, or as yellow. yellow. I want this also to be of yellow. So this way, how you can highlight the things, highlight the hierarchy that this is the top one. Under him, these are the two project managers. Then under each project manager, we have different team of people. We have different people who are recruited. So this way, you can design your entire thing by giving them the color effect, by giving them the word art, by giving them the texture effect. Just why we're using all these features? We're using all these features because we want our presentation to look attractive so that it can grab the attention of the people. So these are the feature and the design and the format. Now next, and the last thing on the illustration is the chart. We'll just insert a new slide. Now, if we talk about chart are basically the pictorial presentation of the data whichever you have entered. So when you are inserting the chart, by default, you are going to get the Excel window open over there, which all the features which are there in Microsoft Excel. You'll have the same home menu, design menu, insert menu, formula bar, all those things will be seen as soon as you are going to insert the chart, because chart are not going to work until and unless you do not enter the figures, enter the data. Once you enter the data, everything will be done automatically. You don't have to do anything once you have uploaded the data, once you have inserted the chart. But the most important thing is you need to find out which chart is the best suitable option for you. That is something which you will have to find out. Let's say you are inserting a chart. You're inserting the chart. You want to show the population. So for population, you can insert the column chart also. For population, you can insert the line chart also. But you want to show it in a circular way. So for that, what chart you will require? You will require the pie chart. If I click on pie chart, this is the pie chart. Now I want to insert this pie chart. If I click on this pie chart, if I click on OK, can you see with this, I am getting this option of Excel sheet. Now here everything is added. You just need to replace that thing like first quarter. It's not first quarter. It's say, let's say it's general category. It's ST. It's OB. C category is ST. ST category. ST category. Now here you just had to enter the data. Sales, you don't want this to be as sale data, you want it to be as the population data. So whatever you're going to write on the top, you will be able to see that over here. Let's say general population comprises of 45. If I'm just writing it in percentage, so it's like 45%. This comprises of 20%. It comprises of 15%, and this comprises of 20%. So can you see the change? Now here, why we use these data is, see, I can use it anyway. Let's say I want it to be attached closely, I can use it, but I want this part to be separated. I can separate these parts, I can separate these things. So all these options are available. All these options are available with us. Here can you see the names have also changed. That means if you specify general, this specifies this and this. These are the things which are specifying the specific thing as per that. If you're going to change the data over here, any changes made to the data over here, those changes will be affected over here. Let's say for general, if I reduce the percentage to 5%, see, it's reduced to 5%. So that is why we use this chart option whenever we see that we have to go with the pictorial presentation. And for pictorial presentation, we want a chart to be inserted so that we can show them the real-time data. We can show them that as and when we are making any kind of changes in the chart, The changes can be seen over here. To show the difference to them, we always use the illustration chart option, that is from insert menu, when the illustration from this chart option. Now when you have inserted this chart option, again you will get this design and format tool. So how you want the percentage to be mentioned. See, the percentage is coming. What way you want the percentage to be highlighted. You want it this way, it will come this way. So whatever designing, whatever changes, whatever style you want to select, you just have to go to the design tool, which you will get as soon as you insert a chart over there. And along with the design tool, you'll also get the second tool, that is format. Format is exactly the same which we were getting for all other illustrations options. Same way, that is shape style, word style, alignment, height and width of the image which you have inserted, selection, all those things will be exactly same. Now, if you have any doubt till here, you can ask me. No doubts? Okay. So go ahead with whatever we have done today. If you find any doubts that you want to ask, that you want to get resolved, you can get back to me in the next session of Microsoft Office Basics. And after this, now in the next session, we will be discussing about the second thing, that is from the, we'll be talking about inserting the audio and screen recording to your document. Right, we have to write the screen recording. We have to, yes, we have to insert, we want to insert a photo, we want to insert this, insert an image. So for all those things, we are going to use the insert menu, which that option which is there in insert, which is there in the insert, that is video, audio, and the screen recording. Any doubts still here? No? Okay. I'll see you after 10 minutes with the next session of the day. Bye bye. Have a wonderful day.